Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In my last Kindle Paperwhite video, a lot of people asked me if it is worth getting it and how to decide the same. The price back then was about 11,000 to 14,000 for this Kindle Paperwhite, but now it is 2026 and the price of this Kindle Paperwhite in the latest model is about 17,000 rupees. So let us decide who should actually buy a Kindle in 2026, and let us also compare this with the Kobo reader and see which is worth and who should actually buy it. Let's not pretend that it is a small amount of money. That's a decent amount for a smartphone, half a PS5 and a solid price for a pair of headphones. The Kindle Paperwhite sits around 16,999 and at that price you have to justify it properly, or you might regret the purchase if you are not a reader. So let's get started. So the first rule of buying an e-reader like a Kindle Paperwhite or Kobo is never buy it at MRP. Check offline stores like Chroma. Sometimes they give quite amount of discount, or wait for the Amazon Great Indian Festival. During such big sales, you will easily get about 1000 rupees to 3000 rupees off, and that changes the math completely. Also, if you are a business owner or a content creator, you can claim GST input credit on the Kindle if it qualifies under your business purchase. Or you can also look for someone in your circles who can do it for you. So now let us get to the real question. That is, who should actually buy a Kindle? Well, if you read a lot, I mean consistently, not like I read 2 books in January and now I'm a philosopher. If you read during commute, if you read while traveling, if you read in the bed at night, that is where an e-reader like the Kindle Paperwhite shines. E-ink screens are not like phones or tablets. They don't blast light right onto your eyes. Instead, they reflect light like paper. This gives you less strain and more comfort. You can read for hours, and at night, just turn off the room light and use a warm light or dark mode on the Kindle. No one gets disturbed by any means. Also, there will be no book slipping from your hand when you are half asleep. And friction is the underrated part of using a Kindle or any e-reader for that matter. So, carrying a 500-page book on a bus, that is actually annoying. Holding the pages open in a crowded train, that is annoying. Reading outside in bright sunlight on a phone, that is very painful. Small annoyances like this kills habits, and Kindle removes those friction. And when friction disappears, reading is actually happens. So, if your reading environment actually matches the above one, that is to on the go, in low light or in daily uses, you will actually love it because it adds convenience and it makes your reading effortless, and effortlessness like this sustains your habit. I mean, if rupees 17,000 feels heavy, I would say don't force it. Look for refurbished units or old models, even the used one, because Kindles age gracefully, the battery lasts years, and the performance barely degrades. So I actually had an old Kindle Paperwhite. I have used it for years, about 5 to 6 years. There were no issues. The only reason for which I upgraded it because I wanted a dark mode on the Kindle, and which Kindle Paperwhite did not support it. And then I sold it to a friend. That's it. Other than that, it was perfectly fine. There was no issues as well. The only problem is finding a trusted seller. So look within your circle first. Friends, colleagues, or someone upgrading. You can buy it from them. Buy a e-reader if you read regularly. You read while commuting or traveling. You read at night. You want zero friction. You care about your eye comfort. And then don't buy it if you barely read. You think that it will magically make you intellectual, or rupees 17,000 will stretch your budget. Now we have concluded whether or not you need an e-reader like Kindle Paperwhite or Kobo. There are a lot of options you can decide before buying Kindle Paperwhite in 2026. So I will not waste any time and I will just keep everything short and sweet. So first and foremost, the easiest option to go with is the Kindle Paperwhite. That is this one. It is the most common e-reader and it is locked onto the Amazon ecosystem. It has some hassle to sideload, reliable, and no hassle whatsoever for a non-tech savvy. You can buy all the books that you want, you can sideload it a bit and so on and so forth, but you can also jailbreak it if that's what you are looking for. The second option is the Kobo e-reader, that is the black and white version. It is a more open-ended reader from Kobo. It is a bit cheaper than Paperwhite with no Amazon Marketplace logging. So you need to connect to a computer, drag and drop a EPUB all supported files in order to read it, and then just use it normally. The third option is a compelling one, that is the Kobo Libra color variant. Same like the previous Kobo reader that I talked about, but this one actually supports color display with e-ink. So this makes it a best choice if you want to read something like comics, illustrations, or anything that requires color. It is about 2 to 3,000 more expensive than Kindle Paperwhite. But if you're already spending rupees 17,000 and want to future proof it so that you can justify this purchase for the long term, and if you're someone who actually reads color materials, then that is something you must get. And if that is not a use case, then you can just save your 2 3,000 and get a normal Kindle Paperwhite or the Kobo one. I've actually included the links to buy all of the models in the description box below under the video. Do check it out if you're looking to buy it. It actually helps me when you use the link. The main reason for the current wave of the Kindle users switching to Kobo is because Amazon has announced that they are disallowing users to download their ebooks and several restrictions which are unclear and very region specific. So for all the loyal readers who were loyal to Amazon, they are just finding it difficult to digest. So in order to wrap it up, I would sum up it as an e-reader won't make you a reader, but if you are already one, then it will definitely amplify your habit, and habits definitely compound. So just like investment and just like skills, habits compound. So that is a real story. You should buy a e-reader if you read consistently, you read while commuting or traveling, you read at night, you want zero friction between you and the page. And the choice is very simple. Choose Amazon if you want to live inside the Amazon ecosystem and you want the most polished and most mainstream experience. Otherwise, just go with Kobo. Thus, that was it for the video. Do like the video and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. I hope I was able to clear all your doubts about whether you actually need an e-reader like Kindle or Kobo in 2026. So let me know in the comments below if you have any doubts, and I will be very happy to help you as well. See you in my next video. Bye.